Welcome. Hi. Okay, today we're learning 6.3, general application of percents. Okay, when you're given a story problem, you want to translate it into a single question in regards to your percentages. Then translate the single question into a percent equation or a proportion. Remembering A is next to is. So A is P% of B. Okay, so that's how this works. All right. An engineering student answered 81 questions. So what we're going to do is highlight things. Whoops. That doesn't qualify as highlighting, does it? That does. Well, you know what? That looks just darned ugly. So we're going to get rid of it. There we go. Now we'll go back to percentage, to highlighting. Okay. An engineering student answered 81 questions correctly on a 90 question trig test. What is the percentage? What percent of the questions did she answer correctly? Okay, so did she answer correctly? So the correct answers over the total is the percentage over 100. Okay, so what we have here, cross multiply times 100 gives you 8100 equals 90x. We divide by the 90 and we get 90. This is nice. So x is 90%. So the answer to the first question is 90%. What percent were answered incorrectly? Well, we could go through the hassle of subtracting 81 from 90 and then putting that over 90, but you can only get 100%. So this is going to be 100 minus 90 is 10. So the answer to the second question is 10%. So we did 100 minus the 90 to give us the number of incorrect, the percentage. Okay. So go to our next question. Chemistry. How much acetic acid is in a 5-liter container of acetic acid and water that is 80% acid? So P is, no, that's supposed to be an A, isn't it? I apologize. A is whatever percent, 80% of the 5 liters. Okay, so A is 80% of 5 liters. So in our calculators, we're going to multiply 0.8 times 5. And we get 4. So we have 4 liters, because 4 is 80% of 5. All right, a solution of alcohol in water is 80% alcohol. The solution is found to contain 32 milliliters of alcohol. How many milliliters total? So we know that 80% has to be equal to the 32 liters of alcohol over the entire quantity. All right, so we're going to cross multiply. I can divide out the 10 right there. I have 8x equals 32 times 10. Well, if I divide both sides by 8, the reason I kept the 32 out is that that's divisible by 8 and I get 4. So x equals 4 times 10, or 40. 40 milliliters total. Okay? All right, defective parts. In a shipment of airplane parts, 3% are known to be defective. If 15 parts are found to be defective, how many parts are in the shipment? So 3% are defective. So 3 out of every 100. If we have 15 defective, how many did we make altogether? So we have 3x equals 15 times 100. We're going to divide by 3. So we made 500 parts. All right. A car manufacturer estimates that 25% of new cars sold in one city have defective engines. Oh, engine mounts, sorry. All right, so if 2,136 new cars are sold, how many will have defective engine mounts? 25% of them. So 25% of 2,136. That's our A. So 0.25 times 2,136 is 534. Defective mounts. Alrighty. A couple more to go. Now, multiplying decimals. Consider the following. 0.3 times 0.17. Well, 0.3 is 3 over 10, and 0.17 is 17 over 100. So remember that we multiply straight across. So 3 times 17 is 51. 10 times 100 is 1,000. And this decimal is in the thousandth place, right? Tens, hundreds, thousands. All right. How can you shortcut this? Well, we know we're going to have 1, 2, 3 zeros, right? We know this because there are 3 decimal places. This also means the answer will have three decimal places. So if I multiply 3 times 17 and then give the answer 3 decimal places, I'm good. All right, so what we have here is we're going to have 2 decimal places. So we multiply 24 times 43, and then we give it 2 decimal places. We're going to have 10.32. I'm just checking if I'm doing it in my calculator. Yep, that's right. So what I did was 24 times 43 was 10.1032. We had 2 decimal places. So we put a decimal place there. That's our answer, 10.32. Okay, so here I have 61 times 42 gives me, 61 times 42 gives me 2562, 2 decimal places. So my answer is going to be 25.62. Here I have 2 times 72, which that I can do in my head. That's 144. But notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. To get 5, I have to have 2 more zeros. Oh, that's a terrible zero. Okay, 0 point, 2 more zeros, and then the 144. Okay, and here I have 5 times 1.1, or 11. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. So I have 1, 2, and then I have to give it 3 more decimal places. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. You can pause this and read over it as many times as you want. Dividing with a decimal divisor. Now you can proceed with the division as we did with the example above. To divide with a decimal divisor, move the decimal point of the divisor so that it becomes a whole number. Okay, move the decimal point of the dividend the same number of places. So what this is saying is if I have 0.2916 over 0.36, I'm going to move the decimal, let me change color so it makes it more obvious, 2 places, 1, 2. Okay, so that makes my divisor 36. Now, my dividend, or the thing on top, the numerator, has to move its decimal 2 places also. So it becomes 29.16. Divide as if working with whole numbers. Write the decimal point in the answer directly above the decimal point of the dividend. So what this is saying is now I would take 29.16 and divide it by 36. So I'm going to start over here because 36 does not go into 29. So it's going to go into 291. I'm going to guess 8 times. 36 times 8 is 288. Ah, good guess. 8, 288. I subtract. Out of 91, I got 88. So that's going to be, what, 11? .3. Like that. Okay. Now, in 113, can't be 11.3. Oh, minus 28. That's my problem. I knew I was doing something incorrect here. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I can explain what I was doing, and I apologize. Okay. 291 minus 28.8 is going to be 0.3. All right, bring down the 6. 36 is exactly 1. Okay, so my answer is 0.81, and it's an even number. Not an even number. It's no remainder. All right, so here we're going to practice this. I'm going to move this 2 places to get it to be 15. So I need to move that one 2 places. So I have 3180 divided by 15. 15 goes into 31 twice. This is my decimal place. Okay, so 15 goes in there twice. 15, so that's 30. Subtract, I have 1, bring down the 8. 15 goes into 18 once. Subtract, I have 3. 15 goes into 30 twice. Go back down the 0. 30 twice, and that's 30, and I have a 0. So 212 is my answer. All right, notice I've got negatives. Okay, that should be a big warning to you. but I have 2 of them, so my answer is going to be positive. Same, positive. So I'm going to move this 2 places. So this one has to get moved 2 places. 2, 3, 8, 1, 6, 0 divided by 26. 26 does not go into 200 or 26 doesn't go into 23. So it's going to have to be 238. So 26, it's not going to be times 10. So 9 is 234. So yes. So 9 gives me 234. I subtract, I get 4. Bring down the 1. 41. It goes in once. 26. Subtract 14, 15. Bring down the 6. 156. So I think that's going to go in 6 times. 26 times 6 is 156. That's exactly correct. And it's 0. So I have another 0 before I get to my decimal. So the answer to this is 9,160. All right, here I'm moving it 3 places. So I'm going to have 23 going into 92. I have to move it 3 places, so that's 9.2. Well, 23 goes into 92 4 times, I believe. 4 times 23 is going to be, 4 times 2 is 8, so that's 80. 4 times 3 is 12, that's 92. So that's exactly 92. So my answer is 4. Move the decimal 1 place in 1 place. I have 0.0414 divided by 6. 6 goes into 4. No, it doesn't. 6 goes into 41 6 times. And I've got 4, 5. Bring down the 4. 6 goes into 54 9 times. And that's 0. So my answer is 0.0096. All right.